good morning. Good Monday morning, May 5th. May 5th. What is it? May 4th was May the 4th be with you. And May 5th is what? I saw something. Beware of the 5th or something like that. Like Revenge of the Sith kind of thing. Star Wars stuff. Okay. Got my music going. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. I actually have a busy day today. Had a nice relaxing weekend. Had some rain yesterday. Finally. It was really nice. Um and today I get to go. I'm gonna be on here for just a little while because I'm going to have lunch with my boys. I guess an early Mother's Day kind of lunch, which will be cool. And unfortunately I have to work tonight, this evening. So not fun for that, but it is what it is. Have you heard that saying? I've heard it a lot lately. I'm making me a t-shirt that says, "It is what it is." I did the design yesterday, trying to find the right font to express that thought. I don't think I got it quite right, but I actually put it in my Etsy shop so I can order it for myself. That's going to be fun. I don't know where I wear it, but okay. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing awesome this Monday morning. Our foster, Gracie, is doing so good. She's actually laying right behind my chair on a blanket, not getting into trouble, which is amazing. So I am shocked with that. But yeah, still got some things. Did some laundry this morning, and she is terrified of the clothes basket. So there's that to overcome. Still got to work on getting her to come to when she's called. Um, got to start working on that because that's a big thing for safety purposes and everything. But, she's come a long way. Long way. So I'm very proud of her. And, okay, what I wanted to talk about today, let me get my cough drop out so y'all can talk right. I wanted to talk today about some kitchen gadgets. I saw a video on, what is that channel's name? Of course, my YouTube how do I keep closing that window? Um, that's weird. I think it's called Rose Homestead. I will put it in the description after. Yeah, Rose Red Homestead. I will put it in the description after the live stream because I'm not sure how. I don't think I can do it during the live stream. Do y'all know if there's a way? Don't know. Okay. But I'll try to do that. All right. So I was watching her video, and I'm actually going to see if there's a way I can pull it up. And let's talk about it. I am a kitchen gadget junkie. They could probably put my back bedroom where I store my gadgets. They could probably put me on an episode of Hoarders because I have so many. I just love kitchen gadgets, and I've got a lot more I could probably get rid of than this lady. She is going through her things, and yeah, gonna get rid of the things that she doesn't need. And I'm gonna pull this up and and we're gonna talk a little bit about it, and I'm gonna add it to the screen. I'm not gonna. Does it go full screen? Oh, it's gonna let me move it. Yay! It's gonna let me move it. That's good. It's gonna let me move it. All right. So I'm gonna move it like over here. Gonna make it a little smaller. Gonna make me a whole lot smaller, and I'm gonna move. I don't understand why this thing is so big. There's no way to really make it little that I have found. Okay, so we're gonna play her. I'm gonna turn my music down a little bit. I guess you could still. Okay, and this is Rose Red Homestead, and I will link her channel in the description after. I gotta figure out if there's some way to do that beforehand because I don't think there is. But yep, I will do it after, definitely. So, okay, let's see what she's saying, and I need to take her advice and go through my kitchen gadgets.
Cabinets, and these are the appliances that I have pulled for various reasons, and I just want to show you what I am ditching. The first thing that I took out of the cabinet was this. This is a regular pressure cooker. It is not electric. It is not an Instant Pot. It is one of those old-fashioned pressure cookers that I watched my mother cook potatoes for dinner in for years and years when I was growing up.
I have mine is bigger than that. And well, I actually had one like that when I first started pressure cooking. Um, I think I did donate it a long time ago. But I have a larger one that's actually used for pressure canning. And I still have it because, and I think she mentions in this video too, about off grid. What if, the electricity was out and you needed to be able to. I can't see myself canning if the electricity was out, but I might want to pressure cook something. I don't know. So that's been my reason for not getting rid of it. But even when I was using it, it was very difficult because if you have gas range, you can control your temperature very well, precisely, which is important for pressure canning or cooking. I have an electric range. We don't have gas in the available easily in the area without buying a huge tank and stuff, and I'm not going to do that. So it is really difficult to control pressure in a pressure cooker on an electric range. It's constantly getting too high, and then you have to release pressure, bring it down. It's like, yeah. So I don't use it anymore, even for canning, because I have a I think it's called Presto, I think, is the brand. And it looks like a small, like an Instant Pot kind of pressure cooker, but it actually is also able to be used for canning. Instant Pots are not, at least according to their information for what I'm seeing, but that Presto, I think is the name of it. It actually has in the manual that you can use it for pressure canning. It you can use, I think it'll hold like 4 of the, tall jars, and I think I can get 5 of the little pint jars in there. But it actually has the information in there on how to do it. It has a set 12 pounds pressure. So, I have that if I wanna do any canning. So I really need to get the large pressure canner out of my closet and yeah, I need to ditch it. So I do. But I'm going to move her along, see if I can find where she goes into it because I don't need to talk about the pressure. Okay, the next one I think is her, and I speeded her up a little
You've
bit.
got to try this
'Cause she's got
Vertograph thermal cooker.
oh, thermal cooker. I've actually never had one of those, so I can certainly wouldn't want to keep it. I don't even really know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and skip past that and move on to, okay, this is something.
That we featured in a recent video on do you really need a crock pot or a slow cooker. And this is the smaller one. It holds, this is a 3 quart, and it has
I
been riding around in our trailers. We've had 2 trailers over the years, our toy haulers.
I had, I think 3. I had this really big one, and then a standard medium-sized one about like what she's got, and I had a little teeny one, which would be really cute, good for using to make like dip, like a sausage cheese dip for parties and stuff. I've used it for that. But to be honest, I will have to actually look in there and see if I kept, because I know I donated quite a few of them. I think I had two of the medium-sized ones, but I don't know if I kept the little one or not, or if I kept but since I got the Instant Pot, I don't think I kept them. Because you don't really need it if you have the Instant Pot because it has a slow cooker function. So let's move on. She goes on here. All right, this is something
Baking
I'm
bread
guilty of.
in a bread maker. And because we care deeply about the people who watch our channel, I decided, and I had never used a bread maker before. I've always made bread from scratch.
I have
So
made bread
I
from
bought
scratch.
one and I
A lot
tried
of
it out a
work.
few times, and then we did a few videos on it. Seemed to help people. People were really glad. I've included some bread maker recipes in our bread book, but I don't ever use it. I simply do not use it. And I don't think I would ever use it because it is not the way that I do things. And while we were happy to do what we did with it, while we had it, I'm ready to give it to someone who will really make good use of it. So we'll check with again family and then.
Yeah, I need to look. I don't know. I think I donated one of my extra bread machines. One of mine. I think I donated one. I still have two. Um, I need to donate one of them. My newest one is a Zojirushi, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right. I'll link it in the description, but it is an awesome bread machine. And I had an older version of the same brand, but it got to where the pan, I like them because the pan is shaped like a loaf. Because some bread machines, like the one she's holding there, the bread comes out like in a square. It's odd shaped, like square with a round top. But I like those Rushis because they are shaped like a loaf of bread. So I like that. But I have two. Sorry. The pan got to where the bread was sticking. So I guess after a while, the non-stickness of the pan kind of wears off over the years. So, and you can't really oil it because during the kneading process, it'd pull all that off. But I still have it because I kind of feel, and I don't know anybody else feel like this. I feel guilty about donating something that I know there's an issue with because I don't want to be somebody else's problem. And I know that the bread sticks. So I would hate to do that to a young mom trying to find a way because they're a high quality, high priced machine. And to get it at a thrift store or something, you'd be really excited. But then if all your bread sticks, it would be bad. And that's one of the reasons I haven't donated it yet. But yeah, I love my newer one. It's a Virtuoso, I think is the model. And I love it. Let's see if she has any other. Okay, now she goes into the Instant Pot here. Let's get that because I do have
As the
that.
very first Instant Pot that I bought. Now, I was late to the Instant Pot party. They were on the market quite a few years before I decided, oh, I just need to try that. Everybody was talking about it and how wonderful they were. Well, so we bought this one, and it was it's. I don't think it's one of the first ones, but it's just a very plain one. I bought the inner lid for it, and it has all of these different things that I have used with it. And I have used this and used this and used this, and I absolutely love it. I joined the choir of those who think that Instant Pots are just wonderful. However, I have a newer Instant Pot, and I no longer have the large family that I once had to cook for. It's just Jim and me, and this has just been gathering dust. I have a newer one, plus I also have the Nesco.
I'm not sure what an Esco is, but yeah, I actually have. I have. Well, I have an Instant Pot. It's big like that. And I have an even bigger one that's not. It's a. I think it's a crock pot brand, but it's a pressure cooker. I got it for making large batches of dog food, homemade dog food. But I've actually found I prefer using the smaller one and just making it more often because storing the big batches, yeah. So I could donate the big one because I'm not really using it, and I don't like it. It if you've got an Instant Pot, their pans are now the newer one I had an old one, that I replaced because it burned up. But the pan in it was like this stainless steel sturdy thing. Loved it. I actually kept the pot just to use. But I actually used the Instant pot from the machine that broke. I use it to do the sous vide. I actually use it as the container when I do sous vide, which is another one of my kitchen gadgets. I love to cut roast up and do it in the sous vide. But yeah, I use that for the water, and then the sous vide wand thing goes down in it. Yeah, but back to the Instant Pot. I'm easily distracted squirrel. But yeah, I have the big one. The pot in this big one, the crock pot version, is so thin. One, it's non-stick, so you can't stick it in the dishwasher, which I don't like. And it is really thin. It's so big and bulky, and since it won't go in the dishwasher and it's pretty much bigger than my sink, I'm trying to wash this thing and it slipped and it dropped on the floor and bent. This big Instant Pot inner pot bent. I had to bend it back into shape, and it still fits weird, barely, and you have to like force it down in the machine because it's, still kind of bent. That's too thin, I think. I was very disappointed in that. So I hardly ever, it's sitting there. I really need to donate that one. That would give up a lot of room on my shelf in that back room that I use for a pantry. But I think this is, and one other thing that she uses is something I don't have. This is like a griddle
Holder
thing.
to where you can have the marks, like if you're doing a steak or something.
Now I've had things in the past that I've given away, but right now I don't have. Actually, I had like a plain griddle, like for pancakes, that I cannot find. I have lost it. I cannot find it anywhere. So there's that. But I have a Ninja Foodie extra large grill. That is my air fryer, and it also has a griddle, and it also has the grill plates for steak and burgers and things like that. I use that. That stays on my counter, and that is a staple. She doesn't even mention air fryers. I'm wondering if she maybe just doesn't use air fryers. But yeah, that's the last thing that she talked about. But wow, I use my air fryer a lot. But she didn't even mention an air fryer. And I do, I must admit, I have, no, I take that back. I had two air fryers in my storage building, older ones that I'd replaced with the first plain one that I replaced with the first Ninja Foodie, the smaller one. And then when I got the extra large, both of those went in the storage building. I did last summer go through and I did take those and donate them. So yay me for doing that. But I like her, I use the off-grid excuse to hoard a lot of equipment. Like I have that pressure cooker that I really just need to get rid of that. But also off-grid things, like I have a grain mill, a mock mill, and I also have a hand grinder for off-grid use just in case. I can still, because I have my stores of wheat, I could grind it. Okay, not sure how I'd cook it. That's a whole nother thing. I guess you could always cook bread over a fire somehow in a Dutch oven pot. I do have a couple of those. So, and let's see, where did she go? Uh-oh, my foster Gracie has disappeared. What other things do I have? All right, I am going to Sorry, I hit the wrong button. All right, I'm going to mute and go check on Gracie, make sure she's not getting in trouble. Be right back. Okay, found her. Got her back in here. All right, so let's move that. There's Miss Gracie. Just loop her in here. Okay, I forgot what I was talking about. What part did we get to? Oh yeah, the off-grid things. So I have an off-grid hand grinder to replace. Oh, I don't have my overlay screen. Okay, there we go. Well, where did Gracie go? Okay, I'm gonna get her back in here. Sorry about that. Is there no way to make it not? Oh, let's see if it's gonna let me crop it. There we go. Yay. Okay, going to get her. All right. There's Miss Gracie. Isn't she so cute? All right, we can get her going there. Okay, so I have the grinder that's off grid available. No, hand grinder. What else do I have? I have the pressure canner, which probably isn't needed. And I have Dutch oven, at least two really nice pots. You cook over a fire with that. And I have some things that I never use. I have oat flakers, an oat flaker. It's hand crank. I have a dough sheeter, hand crank, which I really need to get rid of that because I don't use it. And not because, it's like if you were making pie crust, it makes it really, you put it through the rollers and it's really thin. It makes, but I don't use it because I don't have the right kind of counter. You have to clamp it to the side of the counter. And I don't have, my counter is too thick. It's, and you have to clamp it to the edge because the crank goes lower than the machine, so it's got to be off the counter. It's just really awkward. And the only way I can do it is set up like a little card table, and it's like that's just way too much work. Just roll the thing out by hand is better. What other things do I have in there? Oh, I went through this phase where I was like, oh, all about the fermenting stuff. The problem is I don't have a taste for sour. I don't like sour taste. And so it's very hard to make myself eat it, even if I know it's healthy. So, yeah, I've got the sauerkraut maker, the weighted jar lids, and everything for making ferments and things, and they are very good for you. I even tried the kombucha for a while. I just cannot get into the sour tartness of it. So, but I have moved that out of the house into the storage building. But I don't know that I want to get rid of it because that is stuff you can make off grid pretty easily, sauerkraut and things like that. Hmm, what other stuff do I have? I have a soda stream that I haven't used in a very long time. I think I still have a CO2 canister for it. But yeah, there's so many things. Oh, and waffle irons. And I got when I was in the keto phase, I got all those little Dash little mini waffle makers. They do make cute little waffles, but if I'm gonna make waffles, I've got a big Cuisinart. No, it's a Hamilton Beach. Excuse me, Hamilton Beach. It makes 4 square waffles, perfect for the toaster size. So, but yeah, I have a lot of gadgets, and I need to start using my grain stores. I know, I do. And I haven't made any. I was going to make homemade bread last week, but I didn't. Because, like I said, I'm the only one who eats it. I don't know why hubby won't eat homemade bread, but he doesn't. Okay, well, what time is it getting to be? Yeah, that's what I just wanted to talk about some of the things. Making room, updating your storage, but still, you don't want to leave yourself unprepared if you were to find yourself needing off grid stuff, you know. Because, I mean, we have had winter storms where we were left without power for almost a week, and it's not easy, you know. So you have to be prepared. And sometimes in the summer, we've lost power due to storms, thunderstorms, bringing a tree down on power lines, things like that. So it's good to have things, but some of them are more like I would not be hand grinding grain during a power outage. Now, if I was living off grid in a cabin somewhere that didn't have power as a possibility, that would be different. Or a post apocalyptic world where the power grid was destroyed, okay? Then maybe. So, should I keep these things just in case? I don't know. Don't know. So, but yeah, I am a gadget junkie. I do love my gadgets. But I'm going to try to see if there's anything I can donate. I definitely think the crock pot pressure cooker, I think that's going to go because I don't think I have anything that I need to fix that can't go in the regular instant pot. So that will make a big space on my shelf. So that will free up some room. All right, so I am going to commit to try to getting to donating that. So but okay, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday. I'm going to go and get ready for our early Mother's Day. I guess it's kind of like an early Mother's Day thing, and go to visit my kids. So I don't know why it's that right here. I don't know what this is. Huh. I thought I stopped sharing that. That's weird. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm still learning this software, you guys. I'm trying, really trying. But hey, if you hung out for a little while with me, I really appreciate it. And go through your gadgets. See if there's anything you need to purge. So I promise that I'm going to do that and see. Definitely the crock pot pressure cooker and possibly some other things. So yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to head out of here and see you later. Bye. Not that. Okay.